Okay, welcome to Mad Manda Chronicles. We are here today to go over just a little bit of things that have been happening the past couple days. So last night, so let me kind of go back. So there was a group back in 2018, 2017 with a woman by the name of Francesca Amato. She ran a group for family court reform, CPS reform. She had gone through kind of a crappy divorce and dealt with some stuff with her own son. So she got really big when Facebook Live came out. Like, she's really good talker. Like, came out and all these people just flocked to her because obviously, if you're live, I mean, people are going to share, and there's a lot more people out there that have gone through family court. And she talks a good game. She talks a great game. I give her that. She's good at talking, but then she starts going off onto these rants and da 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 da. Anyway, she had a really good group, and back in 2018, and this is what I'll say, and I always say I'll find something positive no matter what, even if I don't like you, to talk about when it comes to if I don't like you or if I don't agree with what you're doing. But I will throw some positives out there. Everything that Fran did, she did create a bunch of groups, and there are a lot of people out there doing stuff for family court reform, DHS reform, Title IV D&E. So she did create this mass flowing of groups and parents that are, some are going for their state seats, some are going for Senate, some have run for governor, some have actually changed legislation and laws in their states. And to go back to that, if you're wanting child reform, family court reform and all that, you have to start at your state level. Most people don't realize that, but and you don't know where to start, starting at your state level would be your best bet. And find a good advocate. Just be careful. There's a lot of bad ones out there. I understand, I keep a boundary with all the groups and I know a lot of them. I don't really try to get involved in groups. I don't really try to insert myself into a lot of things unless I see something that's wrong. Or I see somebody that's being scammed, or I see something that just isn't right, and then I'll insert my 2 cents, which, whether you want to hear it or not, you don't have to come to my page, you don't have to come to my channel, so that's up to you. So anyways, yesterday, there's a young lady by the name of Kristen Mitchell, that was Francesca's right-hand man. And if you go through the years, and you can see the videos that I have posted, Fran has had many, many right-hand mans. She even has a couple of fake ones of her personalities that she claims are her people that have been proven. So Kristen decided, after going to DC 4 times and some things that happened, that she was done. She just wasn't going to deal with this fake FJAA bill, which they're calling it a bill, but it hasn't even been introduced. So right now it's in the planning phase of being an idea. And again, that's where the positivity comes in. Is I give them credit. They're going to DC. They're doing these things. They're getting themselves out there. Good for them. Yay. I mean, awesome. That's what we need. We need people out there doing something. But where I get kind of upset is there's a process and a procedure that you have to follow. You can't just go state level. You can't, I take that back. You can't just go federal. You can't just go, you can in certain situations, but for this, you have to have sponsors. And I'm not the brightest crayon in the box when it comes to talking about this, but I do know the minor logistics and the beginning stuff of how it works to go into it. Just because I am in Michigan and we have a bill that's been introduced, and how it's been introduced, and it's something that's been worked on for many years, because we started out with one, went to another, because you have to have sponsors, you have to have it proofread. They're going to send it back numerous times, have you rewrite, have you fix, have you change the wording. So I kind of have an idea of how it works. So anyways, this young lady decided that she was done with this group and did her disassociation and had an article wrote about it and why she left and her feelings. And I really feel for this young lady, because the same thing happened to me when I decided to leave this certain group 5, 6, 7 years ago. And it was a mess. They have people that will come after you. They have people that will troll your accounts. They have people that will talk bad and tell lies. So going to last night, we scheduled a live meeting, a live TikTok. We knew that people were going to come in. I'll repeat this. I don't block people. I have no reason to block people. If you want to look at my content, that's fine. I don't care. If you want to reuse my content, whatever you want to do, I don't care. I'm not afraid of the internet trolls out there. You don't know me. You've never been to my home. You've never met me personally. You just want to talk smack. That's the difference between me and them, is I always make sure with everything I speak of, I have something to back it up. I'm not just going to speak something without backing it up. And unfortunately with this group, so we did this live last night and they came in, which was fine. I invited them. I told them as long as they were civil and if they have questions, we'd be more than happy to answer them, which we did. We weren't bashing anybody. We weren't bashing the FJAA. We were just saying exactly what we knew. And we were telling people exact accounts of what had happened personally to these people that were in this group meeting on TikTok. So it went for about 2 hours, I think. Well, immediately, they're over there after we get done with our live, they go on, they start their live. And then some of the people that were in our live went back over to that live. So it was funny to kind of watch. Like, it was more entertaining than anything, because you have this gentleman up here by the name of Parenting Beyond something. I think his name is Jordan. And he comes in and he just starts talking at the mouth, which we'll play this. And then you have Missouri Mom. She was in my thing the whole time. She was actually on video. She seemed like a really nice lady. And if you know me personally, I'm pretty laid back. I like to have fun. I'm goofy, but I'm pretty laid back. But this mom right here came in and told the truth. And this lady right here was in my live, and she was trying to start a little bit of trouble, but I think she realized that she wasn't going to get very far, because you got to have proof to back up what you're saying. But again, it was just trolling is really what it was. I have no clue who this person is. They kind of came in, didn't understand. This guy right here, he was in DC for the supposed Congress meeting during a shutdown where all they did was tell their stories in front of each other. He seems a little unhinged. It also sounds like he's drinking in this. And then I don't know who Brandy Prince is. And then you have the leader of the group, Miss Francesca Amato Banfield. Boy, she definitely wants to be a leader in life, because she just can't get enough of needing the praises, needing her people there, needing people to tell her what's going on. She's always so busy. She's so busy. But this woman, you wouldn't even think she had a life. I don't think she really does, outside of her bedroom or her computer. She also speaks very poorly of people without knowing them. Apparently, I myself am deeply embedded into witchcraft, which the only craft that I do is making t-shirts and cups and hats. So I don't know what she's talking about. I mean, if I burn incense or I burn a little bit of sage, that doesn't mean I'm in witchcraft. I mean, I garden. I have a lot of gardens. Does that make me a shaman? I make my own lotions and stuff. I mean, I guess if you want to look at it that way, I guess you could say I'm deeply embedded in witchcraft, because I'm into healing and I'm into crafting. So I guess I'm a witch. But it was kind of cool because Missouri Mom came in and defended me. So we're going to listen to this, and you tell me what you think.
No, I didn't talk bad about you. Nobody talked bad about you. It was, I was telling the truth.
Missouri Mom's talking about Francesca.
Everybody was telling the truth, And then next thing you know, everybody's like, report. What's the point of reporting someone if we're there for kids? If we're there for the kids, we shouldn't be reporting anybody. We shouldn't be downgrading people. We should, like the main thing that.
Which again, when she was in my live, I can see where she's come. We weren't downgrading anybody. We were just talking about the article. We were talking about why Kristen left. We were asking logical questions. That's all we were doing. We weren't bashing anybody. We were telling the truth. And I think people have a hard time understanding the difference between attacking and telling the truth, or bashing and telling the truth. It's not disinformation if you're telling the truth and you can back up everything you say with proof.
You guys, every parent we teach, do not bully, people at school, because no one knows the situation. None of us knows anybody's situation at all, but everybody's bullying everybody. Just because I was.
And again, I'll reiterate, we weren't bullying. We were just talking about the article that came out about Kristen's disassociation with FJAA and Punished for Protecting and Francis Amato.
On there was people attacking me, but no one knew.
Right. So people were coming from Francesca's side and attacking her for being in my live, which I don't understand that. I mean, it's actually kind of crazy. It's cuckoo. I don't get it. Why would you do that to somebody? They have a right as a human being to make the choices that they want to make.
Why I was there. No one knew why Melissa was there. No one knew why Kristen was there. Everybody started bashing and bullying and saying things, and I think that's wrong. You guys, everybody needs to really pay attention, because if you're there for the kids, you would not be bashing anything.
All right, and we weren't bashing anybody. Again, I'll reiterate, we were just talking about the article that came out about Kristen's disassociation and leaving that group. That's all. But Fran seems to have a hard time with that, and they seem to have a really hard time with that, which is kind of odd, because if they wanted to leave a group, they would be more than welcome to leave a group. And if anybody said anything, it would be highly frowned upon, but it's okay for them to do it. And that's where the hypocrisy kind of comes in. I mean, how can you be a hypocrite like that and then turn around and preach God? And you'll see.
To focus on them, not what other people's doing, because if they want to act like that, go for it. It shows your true color. It shows exactly who you are. And at the end of the day, you're not going to get what you want.
Okay.
And I've learned that. I've learned.
Now, Fran's going to cut her off because she's not liking what she's saying, because it's not going in Fran's direction. So she's going to start to cut her off, because she's going to put a stop to this, because she can't have somebody disagreeing with her platform.
That because I've been in everybody's shoes. 10 years ago, I lost my kids for 3 years, and I fought for help. But I did not have one person beside me. I would never allow my family to be there. I took the hard way out, and I learned every step of it. You have to find yourself first. If you can't find yourself and not...
And I agree with her on that. If you need to find yourself, you need to get yourself right with wherever you need to get right with, which kind of goes back to the whole reason I got back involved with all this stuff. Was I don't get involved in other groups. The only reason I got involved with this one with Francesca is because I watched what happened in the past. I watched people get hurt. I watched people literally get shot, and one sitting in a federal prison. This woman created so much chaos, and people weren't getting their kids back. They were suicidal. It was just the most horrible, horrendous thing ever. And then she went away for a while, and all of a sudden she came back again, because now she's got a whole new group of people, and that she can manipulate. And the funny thing is, Miko Hayes in one of his videos made a very strong comment about, if she's such a good ADA advocate, why aren't people with money reaching out to her? Why aren't lawyers reaching out to her to use her? Why aren't the courts wanting to hire her or calling her? Why does she have to go online to find desperate parents? Anyways, we'll get back to this.
Be a bully and not do this, you're going to lose every time. You're going to lose no matter what. And I don't want to be involved in all that stuff, because I'm trying to protect my loved ones. I'm trying to protect, my niece and the kids that needs the help. But if I'm out here bashing people and bullying people, who am I? Am I really protecting them at the end of
And again, there's a difference between bashing and telling the truth.
the day? No, I'm not. I'm trying to make myself look good, and I don't want myself to look good. I want to protect them and them only. And I just feel like everybody in the group, they bash on people or their behaviors. That's not okay.
Can I ask you, and I don't want to
Oh God, and here we go with Jordan. So this guy, and you'll hear this in another video later that I'll put up. This guy said he was a corrections officer, and now he's a cosmetologist. And I don't care about your lifestyle. That's not for me to decide how you live your life. I'm an open-minded person. But everything that comes out of this gentleman's mouth, you can tell is a blatant lie or a exaggeration. It's just absolutely ridiculous. And he actually admits to in another video that he was trolling and we didn't know. And we know. We can see in our stuff, we have in our studio, that you're there. We're not stupid. But anyways, let the little Tweedledee, Tweedledum talk.
Interrupt. I waited until you were done. But can I ask you, when referring to bashing and groups, which group you're referring to?
Well, before you even say that, though,
Oh, see, Fran had to step in on that one.
when Tasha said we didn't know why Melissa was there, we didn't know why Kristen was there, we knew very well why they were there.
So she's saying she knew that they were there and that they were trolling on purpose to cause chaos in our life, which we don't go into their lives and cause chaos. We don't go in there and start talking nonsense. Why would we? We're not interested in what they have to say unless they're scamming parents or unless they're scamming people or they're lying.
Publicly stated
They
that
publicized that, yes.
publicly stated very clearly, and we know how to read. I can read very well. A bashing and an attack on me and everybody else. So
Fran Scam, hashtag Fran Scam has been around since 2018. I created it in a video that I did in 2018, the end of 2018. And it was basically telling parents what I witnessed in the group with Francesca and what she had done to me. And she actually admits, I believe, in one of these videos that I have that we'll put up, that she called my mother and my father and that she spoke to my court or whatever. But here's the thing. How could she talk to my parents if they're dead? So again, a blatant lie. Why? We don't go on our stuff and lie. We have receipts for everything. But again, this is what we're dealing with. And this is where the flying monkeys come in. So if I post something and you think it's about you and it's just something posted, then maybe it really is about you. But you can't blame anybody else for feeling that way. You feel that way because you have a guilty conscience.
we knew exactly why they did the video. We know exactly why Red does the videos every day. We know exactly why Healing Out Loud Veronica does the videos every day. We know exactly why they do these videos nonstop, perpetually, constantly attacking and lying and bullying and bashing. So I always look at people like, you are associated by the company that you keep.
So again, projecting, you are associated by the company you keep, which Miss Tasha over here was very vocal about.
And I don't see anybody in this group. Michelle doesn't bash you, Tasha. Robert doesn't bash you, Tasha. I don't bash you. I've reached out to you multiple times to see how you're.
Well, of course, you're not going to bash the people in your own group. These people are all still with you. They haven't left you yet. They don't realize what happens when you walk away. I mean, they see it happening with other people, but it hasn't happened to them.
You're doing. I've never seen Jordan bash you, Wes bash you, Hope bash you, Brandy bash you, and anybody else, Holly bash you. I've never seen any of us bash you. As a matter of fact, we come together, we pray, we work together well,
We pray, we work together well. Okay, I've heard stories about DC. I actually got some recordings about DC. So you might want to be careful and tread on that lightly, Francesca.
along, we joke, we work very hard. And we defend ourselves. We defend ourselves.
Yeah, well, I'm not saying anything about Michelle. I mean, Michelle sat there and said that she loves Kristen and that she wouldn't mind going to Red's house.
She said she wouldn't mind, and she did say that in my live. She said she wouldn't mind coming to my house. I actually have that. And then she says on here, oh, I was joking. This just shows how fake these people are.
Summer.
Yeah, oh, I was joking around because she said, I didn't know who Red was, actually.
And then she said she didn't know who I was. Come on. You knew whose life you were in. You knew who you were talking to. I mean, we all must have blinders on. We can't see, we can't hear. We're deaf, dumb, and stupid, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, and I've actually had a conversation with Red. She's, you know, she's very nice. I mean, she's a sweet.
She said I'm very nice. She calls me a sweet lady. I mean, she hasn't even met me in person, and she doesn't have anything bad to say. She's been on all the platforms and sees me.
Sweet lady. I mean, you guys might have your ups and downs, but that's between you two.
I don't have my ups and downs with her. She's a woman that's deeply steeped in witchcraft. And
I am deeply steeped in witchcraft. I make t-shirts and lotions, and I have big gardens. I don't know where the witchcraft stuff. I mean, I have a video out there with some sage. I was saging, but I don't understand how witchcraft comes into all of that stuff. I mean, you have an altar when you go to church. I'm not allowed to have an altar with a candle and some incense. It's not like I have animal bones or anything sitting up there, but I guess I'm a witch now. I mean, that's fine. I mean, if that's what you want to believe, that's your delusion.
she's been very front about that. She's been attacking me since 2018.
I have never attacked this woman. All I have done is tell the truth. And again, we'll go back to these people don't understand the difference between attacking and telling the truth. There's just no in between. And again, I have tried to get this woman to debate with me. I've tried to get her to come on for civil conversations. I've tried to get her to come on just to talk and have a face-to-face talk. She just refuses to do it. This is somebody who wants to be in the limelight, in politics, and be transparent. But yet anybody that goes against her or says something, she blocks them. She talks bad about them. And she makes them out to be idiots. So I don't understand how that makes you a good person or a reasonable person for that matter.
And she's been attacking me nonstop. I don't have anything to do with this woman. It's like,
if you go on any of my TikToks or anything, you will not see up until recently anything about her because I don't care, other than the video that was done in 2018. And that's when I cut everything off. I was done dealing with it. And I actually got custody, and she lost custody during all this. So yeah.
I tell somebody who has a perpetrator that we should get along with the perpetrator.
No, it's not getting along with your perpetrator. It's called being civil and coming to an understanding so that this right here doesn't happen. That's what it's called. That's what you do. You learn how to be civil so that this doesn't happen. But I seem to think that you like this, Fran. I think that she loves this. This is why she refuses to have a civil conversation or a debate, or because she likes the chaos. This is what she's all about. You'll never see anything from Fran that's not chaotic. You can ask any of her members or followers.
Well, no, it's not
You
that.
cut connections and ties with that person.
If you don't get on their level, it ain't gonna keep going. You gotta find your balance.
That's not true, Tasha. That's not true. We ignore them and they go and they're.
Yes, it is true. It's very true, Fran. It's very, very true. Very true. And you're an idiot for saying, no, it's not. You have to come to some boundary, some middle line. You have to come with that. Otherwise, the chaos keeps going. If you want people to stop talking about you, come on and do a podcast. Come on and have a debate. Come on and have a civil conversation. But unfortunately, at 58 years old, you still can't grow up and be a woman, an adult woman, and have a simple civil conversation, which is sad, really, in a way. I mean, you're just always going to be stuck there. And I honestly feel for you.
Doing this on a daily basis. And Kristen infiltrated this group, and she's been working with Kathleen the whole time, and she tried to infiltrate every single Congress member we were.
That is not true, and I will post the article. Actually, Kristen was her right-hand person, and 2 days ago she was telling Kristen how much she loved her and needed her. Yeah, so this is how fast Fran can flip the light switch when things don't go her way. And she shows her true colors. You just have a lot of people that live in delusion that don't really want to see it, but they will. They will.
Worked with. Okay, this is what actually happened. I don't have the time or the energy. I'm a 58-year-old woman to even waste my time with this nonsense. I work very, very
Then why are you on a live wasting your time with this nonsense? You keep contradicting yourself, old lady.
hard. I do thousands of dollars in free work aside from fee-based work to help people way more.
She does thousands of dollars of fee-based work. Weird.
More free than I do paid. Okay. And I do above and beyond for people to the point where I'm spent, I'm burnt out to help people that I don't even know, to be constantly bashed and targeted. And this is what the whole conversation was about tonight, if you heard it from the beginning on. Okay. So to see anybody that would join these people that are trolls that have been viciously attacking me and viciously attacking the.
See the words that she used? Viciously. She uses these big words, these action words, because it makes her feel better, because she feels she's been viciously attacked. Well, if you've been viciously attacked, I hope you're going to the hospital. I hope you're getting some mental health. And I sure as hope that you're filing a police report, because if anything I have said is defamation, I'm sure you'll be filing something, because I know everything I say is factual and I make sure it's backed up.
Bill and lying every single day, contacting Congress members, going to Congress and impersonating me as if it's me.
Now we're impersonating her and going to Congress. Nobody has done that. Johnny X-Ray went into, I think, Grassley's office and just asked because she said that Grassley was supporting her bill, FJAA, which isn't a bill because it hasn't even been introduced and doesn't have a number. It's an idea. And it was just a simple question. We just wanted to know because she was putting this information out there that this bill was passing. It was like boom, boom, boom. And that's not how it works. And people like us that are logical and understand that this isn't how it works, we just wanted some clarification because we can't report on this if we don't have clarification. And I don't think she understands that. And nobody has viciously attacked her. Nobody has pretended to be her or sent anything. We've all been very open about this and very transparent. She's the only one Francesca's the only one that hasn't been transparent and just keeps making stuff up, which is really sad because this is not somebody I would want in a political seat or a political office or running for anything because, oh my God, it's scary. It really is. These are the people out there that are advocating for parents.
Slander, defamation, impersonation, even down to copywriting. Like there's very much so.
I don't know whose copy wrote anything, but I think it's kind of funny because I think Fran's a little jealous that Tim Scott has a bill that's been introduced. And if you look at it, it's the Family Rights and Responsibilities Act, S204. And what she's trying to do is get rid of 50-50 custody. She wants all advocacy in the United States to go through her. It's very gender biased. She doesn't believe in parental alienation, which I do. Parental alienation is child abuse. I do believe in parental alienation because I went through it not only as a child, but as a mother with my child. She just doesn't know what she's talking about. And it seems like she just picks up these little things from groups here and there. She watches the news and picks them and she just runs with it without understanding it. And that, I don't know how people follow this.
Legal aspects to the situation.
100%. 100%.
And like you said, we are here to protect the children.
100%.
Then it's something that I stand behind first and foremost. Because as a father,
I bet you will stand behind it, won't you? Isn't that scary? You scare me. Oh my God. I don't want you around kids.
I know that I have suffered in the 4.5 years that I fought to assert my role as a father, I have suffered tremendously a loss with my children. And you feel that, you know that loss. All of us should have at one point experienced the loss of our children. And that to me.
So everybody at one point should experience the loss of their children? That's kind of confusing.
Me is more than, I've never buried a child. God forbid that anybody experiences that. But to have them on this earth and not be able to connect with them has been the most detrimental thing in my entire life.
Or protection.
Yeah, and it's hard. And then my other thing is too, like it's hard too, like when people start reporting people and then we lose stuff that we actually physically need, at the end of the day, we're not going to have the proof no more because we don't have it. Like, you guys keep reporting me on TikTok, I'm going to lose my proof that I have.
Yeah, they tried to report all my stuff last night, and I thought it was funny because I didn't get anything. But I did talk to customer service through TikTok because I pay for the platform. I sent in something to them through email, and I let them know what's going on with my account. And that's why I'm going to start to go through YouTube, and I'm going to make my account private. So they can report my stuff on YouTube, my platform there. I'm not going to let them take away my TikTok. So I usually don't block people, but when I start switching everything over, my TikToks are going to be private, friends only, and I'm probably going to do a big purge of everybody on my TikTok.
Especially everything that I have for my niece and what's going on with her, I'm going to lose it all because my TikTok's going to get.
Can I say one thing?
I never reported you. I don't even know what you're talking about.
When we touch base on that.
Oh boy, here we go. We're going to talk to Wes Action. This guy's, listen to him. You'll see.
I want to say that is why we have to watch who we associate ourselves
But yet you associate with who you associate with. Again, a contradiction.
with, and the people that come into our communities, our lives, our life, and community first and foremost, because you never know the people that's behind reporting you. They don't give us that information, of course.
Can I say one thing?
Yeah,
Go
well,
ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, Wes.
If I could just say one thing real quick. I know I've been part of the Family Justice Accountability Act for a few months now, but before that, I've been observing everyone for about a year. And one thing I have noticed is with Healing Out Loud 2, Manicured Mom, and a few of those others, they're the ones that start the attacks. Francesca.
We haven't attacked. Again, honey, you don't know the difference between putting the truth out there and attacking. We are not attacking. We are simply telling the truth and putting it out there with receipts, just like Healing. Make sure she puts everything up with the receipts, worship, everything. It's not attacking. You guys just don't get it. I mean, it's really sad.
Defends herself. I don't remember seeing one time.
Fran has to defend herself all the time, no matter what. She defends herself the minute she wakes up in the morning. She looks in the mirror and she has to defend herself from herself or her 20 other personalities. That's no secret, Wes. Duh.
Francesca going out of her way to personally attack someone. Now, she defends herself like.
She went out of her way numerous times I got the videos to back it up for no reason. What are you talking about? This is where I say these people just have no clue. They believe what they want. They walk through life with blinders on, I swear, or they're just blatantly blind.
Like a good pit bull, I gotta tell you that one. But I don't remember seeing Francesca start a fight. Now, a few other individuals that we all know, I've seen them go out of their way, almost with glee and excitement, to start a fight. Because for some reason, it's like they desire conflict.
Again, projection is real, honey. Projection is so real.
Now, that's one thing I'm staying in this group for, because I did not see the main people in this group. I have not seen them go out of their way to start a fight. Now, Manicured Mom and Lost in the Divide, so they went out of their way to publicly shame me for.
They didn't publicly shame you. They were concerned for what was going on. And if you took it as a shame, then that's on you, not on them.
I don't know what the heck that was about. They came onto my TikTok and just started bashing me like crazy. Again, these people would have.
No, they didn't. They asked you logical questions, which seems to be an ongoing pattern with you people, is nobody can ask you logical questions. They're not going to get an answer. And when somebody asks you something logical, you don't want to give an answer. Instead, you just start using big words like bashing, attacking, trolls. I don't understand where the ideology and I just don't get where it all comes from. It's actually pretty confusing.
Way to attack. I have not seen Francesca go out of her way to attack.
Really? Then you need to open your eyes, sweet cheeks.
So that's one thing. Who starts it?
all I know is, like, I feel like Mother Hen in a lot of ways with everybody. And I feel like there's no possible way, if somebody had up on their social media, Tasha scam, would I even waste my time with them for 10 seconds?
So she just called Tasha scam. Nobody's ever said Tasha scam. Nobody's ever said that over here. We actually like her. We've talked to her. It's not a big deal. So you just said Tasha scam. And why are you trying to take my hashtag? Like, I started Fran Scam in 2018 because that's what you do. You scam people, Fran. And you're taking it to a level, trying to do the Veronica scam and the Tasha scam. You ever see the movie Mean Girls? It's not going to go anywhere for you, Fran. It's not going to work. It's never going to happen. So just knock it off. Come up with something on your own. Come up with your own stuff. Oh, yeah, that's really hard for you to do.
Flat, but that's just me, because I look at people and the Bible says that we judge them by their fruit.
Here we go with the Bible stuff, but I don't have anything against the Bible. But if you've listened to this, you will see the hypocrisy that's coming from all this. Now she's going to start preaching the Bible because she doesn't know what else to do. And she's already contradicted herself numerous times. She's already made herself look like a hypocrite numerous times. So we'll just let her babble. That's what she likes to do. Babble, babble.
And so if their fruit is that obviously rotten, there's no possible way I would even lower my standards and even want to present to anybody.
And that's the other thing. She thinks that her standards are way up here. Boy, do I have a video coming for you later. She lets her dogs pee and poop on everything. And she shared an Airbnb with somebody, and her dogs peed and pooped on everything, including the beds. And there is a picture and a video where Fran laid her dog peed on the bed. And this is fact. I've got the receipts, and I'm going to share them later. She literally laid a towel down and slept on top of her dog's pee. And then when the young lady asked her to clean up her dog's mess before they left the Airbnb, she refused to do it. And I've got the video on that. She's in that video. So that's one coming for later. So just keep that in mind.
In such a lack of professional way. I know what I've been put through over the years with Red, Amanda Antonon. I know exactly what that girl has done over the years. And then she tried to get a part of the family after friend scamming me and calling me horrible things and lying about me over the years. And then joining these other wacky people. They're nuts, okay? Bottom line is these people are.
If you haven't noticed yet, everybody outside of her is crazy, wacky, horrible, horrible people. She's the only one that's perfect in this whole world. She's the only group, the only one that's perfect, even though in 10 years she can't produce a damn thing she's ever done.
Crazy. And then joining them and then attacking everything that we're doing. That's beyond a mental illness when you contact congressmen.
So now we have a mental illness. Okay. So you're a doctor now too. Wow. The length she'll go. And again, nobody's contacted Congress. Nobody's contacted anything on her behalf other than the fact that we were trying to prove that your bill is not a bill and you don't have sponsors, which you are allowed to do when you are reporting on something this important. You don't get it, do you, Fran?
Members, and you attack a bill that actually can save the lives of these children and families.
It's not a bill if it hasn't been introduced. It's an idea. And you don't have any sponsors. We've made that very, very clear. So you can keep moving the goalpost and keep lying and lying and lying, but eventually that goalpost isn't going to be able to be moved anymore, and you're going to have to explain why. So I'm excited for that day.
To me, why would I ever engage with these types of people and put myself in the same category with them? Hannibal Lecter, I think I would probably be better off with. And when I see stuff like that, I would defend any of you because there's no possible way I would let them call you Wes Scam or Jordan Scam or Michelle Scam or Tasha Scam, okay? And then I would engage with them. If I'm supporting something that I know is good, you've been with me from the beginning, okay? Why are you here in the first place? You must know something's good about it. And I don't know what I've done to anybody. I'd love to know what I've done. I literally give my blood, sweat, and tears on a daily basis. I literally, I don't even have to go through the whole thing again. I already discussed.
By the way, I did not. I had these videos sent to me, so bear with me.
Discussed all this. I'm very public. I always have been. I was literally retaliated against for helping other families. So my son and I suffered, okay, as well as other families. I'm very, very upfront and public. I don't hide the things I do. I do them public. I encourage other people. I pray for people. I don't know what else to say, what else to do, how much more money to donate, how much more to financially help people, how much more I need to travel to DC.
So what the person is typing out here, obviously they're trying to type fast. These videos were sent to me, just so you know. Oh, these are not my videos. They were sent to me. I was given permission to use them. So Chris Hallett, you can do research on that. Chris Hallett out of Florida, that was one of her right-hand men. That was one of her besties. He's actually gone now. He was murdered by Neely Petrie Blanchard, and she was promised to get her children back. And they drug her through this for years and years and took so much money from, she lost it. She lost her mind. And then there was another young lady, and I was a witness to this, where Fran had her on live, and this young lady was suicidal and was slitting her wrists. And it was happening in real time, on live, on Facebook. And Fran refused to stop the live to call 911. That is no lie. There are people out there that can testify to this because there was almost 100 people on that live. And that's when a lot of people left her. And she'll tell you, oh, she left all the groups back there. She did not. Everybody left her because of these situations. So that's what that's all about.
I have my family. I could shut this off.
Which you can go to my page and go under my Fran Scam playlist, and you can see all this, and you can do your research. You can find it. Everybody says they can't, but if you look up Francesca Amato Banfield or Francesca Banfield, or she may have deleted her stuff, but everybody else's stuff is still out there. So it's like you can run, but you can't hide.
Tell everybody to go fight for yourselves. I can go get a job making actual money, live my life, and enjoy my life and not have to sacrifice like this. but I do this because I care about families. Clearly, I don't. And so to have anybody
Those
associate
advocate groups, the advocate or the main person that starts that group does not usually give one-on-one time with people and spend all that time with individual people. So like you said that you didn't feel like you were getting help or something, or you weren't being heard. Is that what you said?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, because like I've been in this. Okay, here I've been in this since what, June or July, and then I ended up losing my visits with my niece.
So
See, I've never known about that, Tasha. You've never.
Hold on, but when I try to reach out or when I ask, like I've asked you. I don't know if I asked you, Michelle, but I've asked Robert. You know, like, hey, what's going on? You know, like, hey, I haven't heard anything. What's the updates? And he's always, oh, it's good news, good news. Well, what is it? You know, like, I felt like there's more to it that only certain people's allowed to have. Just like when we went to the second meeting to see who's going to be, more involved. And it was like, to me, I felt like Fran already knew who she was going to pick because there was a whole group thing.
Can I say something?
What was it? Drama
You're part
something.
of the main group, though. You
Well,
are
hold on.
part
No,
of
there
the
was-
main ones that we
Wait,
trust.
hold on. No, what I'm saying is there was a whole other group. And it was like drama something. I don't know what it was called, but it was drama something. Only certain people was allowed in that. They had more information.
Again, I just want to reiterate, I'm watching this taping going on and trying to listen. These videos were sent to me. So they were already edited and told to go ahead and throw it up. So it's kind of funny to watch, but they're not wrong. They're not wrong.
They knew what was going on. And then the other people that was in the main.
So that was the end of that video. And I think we're going to stop the video here. I will be uploading another one soon. If you have any questions, comments, please leave them below. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, follow, and share. There will be a lot more to come after this. I hope you enjoyed this. Welcome to the brand scam. Yeah, this is going to start to get really interesting because there's going to be a lot of things dropping that people just didn't understand or didn't know. And this is not a bashing fest. This is simply stating the truth of things that actually happen and are going to continue to happen until people wake up. You will be very sorry down the road that you had this woman in your life because it will hurt you eventually. And I don't say that lightly because I watched what has happened to other people in the past, which again is the only reason I came out of retirement for this, was not to bash, not to attack, but to tell the truth. And I'm going to leave it at that. And we will let the flying monkeys and minions keep doing their thing because it just gives me more content. Have a great day, everybody, and toodaloo.